my submission before your lordship is that even if one looks at the structure of the sentence, save as otherwise provided by law, the contemplation in the mind of even while framing the rules is that there can be an act of parliament. Now, what is the relationship between that act of parliament and the rules? That is a crucial question. But there can be no question about the fact that rules, act of parliament can be on practice and procedure of the Supreme Court.
No, it can't.
So that's my first point.
Just a moment.
Ji, sir. Ji, sir.
First of all, you are asking us to read a definition which does not say law but says Pakistani law in the specific context of Article 191 and the Supreme Court rules. Okay, that's your argument. But you say that law...
I don't know what you say. I still have to note it. Can you please complete your thought? So let me understand what you are saying. So then the question, I will understand the question also. Maybe I'm not so quick at understanding. Can you please complete your submissions from your own mouth? Let us hear it.
But my submission is that the word...
Let me first ask up to whatever you said.
Please,
now.
can you I don't know the question has to follow a submission. Please, can you conclude your submission, Mr. Siddiqui? Otherwise, we'll have to spend forever on this case.
Sir, may I...
आप जरा अपना conclude कर लें submissions.
Yeah, just thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, my submission...
I can't follow what you're
yes,
saying.
Sir. My submission is that the word law, as it occurs in Article 191, includes acts of Parliament. And an indication of that, a clear indication of that is given in the rules as framed in 1980, because the language, for example, used in Order 11 talks about save as otherwise provided by law. That clearly indicates that one is talking about statutory law.
Okay, next point.
Yes,
Just
yes.
before
And
you carry on,
that of course is buttressed by the definition.
Just before you carry on
Ji,
to
ji,
your
sir.
next point,
Ji.
I think, if I may ask, in the 1956 Constitution, you will recall that there was a specific article which said that words and phrases not defined in the Constitution shall have the same meaning as in the General Clauses Act.
Yes.
That was in the 1956 Constitution.
Yes.
Is there any equivalent in the 1973 Constitution? As far as I can
I
remember,
don't...
Mr. Faisal Siddiqui, you have
I'm
been
not aware of it.
You have been rightly stumped. Please persist
therefore,
with your submissions.
Therefore, my question to you is that here we have to look at the word law as used in Article 191, because the rule-making power is conferred by Article 191. So any definition, anything that goes in the Supreme Court Rules 1980 has to be consistent with the language of Article 191.
I'll come to that. My short answer...
Kindly you focus on that.
Yes.
What does law mean over
Yes.
there?
My short answer to that...
I think council.
Sir, I'll just complete my
I
submission.
think council is entitled to argue any which way they want to.
Achha.
Let us hear you.
Yes.
I have to hear you decide what you say, and if we have already formed opinions, we can reflect them in our judgments. Please continue.
Not a question.
Otherwise, we
I'm sorry,
will
this is
never
not a question
conclude
of
these
forming an
hearings.
opinion. This is a question that, as a judge of the court sitting on this bench, I am entitled to
Of
ask.
course,
counsel.
ask it. Let the
So I'm
council
asking the
finish his submissions.
If I'm interrupted all the time, I'm sorry to say, sir, that is not proper.
I think the interruption
asking-
is of
I'm
learned
asking-
council.
I'm
Chale,
asking
learned council,
counsel-
aap aage बढ़ें.
I am asking counsel a question, which is my right to ask the counsel. If he wants to answer
After
it,
he
doesn't
concludes
answer
his
it,
submissions with
if
the
he wants
greatest
to
of
or
respect.
doesn't want to, that's his issue. That's not my issue. You understood the question now?
My lord, I'll address that question. Let me just finish this submissions on competence and then I'll address this question.